heart rate is a little high. So I didn't appreciate that. You trying to make it seem as though I'm trying to like do something to you. I didn't appreciate that at all.
Me or Adorna?
Who the fuck are you talking to? Now I'm being hostile and angry. Who the fuck are you talking to?
Wait.
Fuck are you talking to?
Hold on. I'm just gonna say I think we should really move on. To be honest with you, I don't think this is a conversation to have on the panel. And to be honest with you, I don't even think it's that important for us to center it that much. If SP is saying these really microaggressive things, SP stop saying those things. It's offensive to people.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's keep it pushing. You can have your conversation, but do not say microaggressions. People don't like it.
Hold on. The reason why I answered it because this is what I do.
Remember,
hold on.
You wanted me up here, not the other way around.
Hold on. Yeah, I invited you, so that's why I invited you back. Hold on. Let me just clearly explain what I'm trying to do here. Okay. What I was trying to do is I saw somebody in the comments say that this person has been historically racist to them. Whenever that happens on my panel, I like to bring it to the forefront so that we're having an educated conversation in turn. Yeah, I said that. I invited you, right? Because this is what I do on my live, right? When people say things like that, I bring them to the forefront to bring up the evidence that they have so that we can call this person out. So we know who these people can be held accountable no matter where they go. So that's why I do that in my lives, right? So I did invite you up. I did want to hear your experience so that we know who we're dealing with, right? I kind of agree with Adorna. The comment in itself wasn't racist, but I agree with your experience with the person giving you microaggressions through the panel. He gave us microaggressions up here. So this isn't something that I think is beyond this individual. I mean, even hearing him as a white person talking about black women have magic, like Pizza said in the comments, that threw me for a loop. I was like, I don't really like that comment. Right. So I can understand that your experience with them was also going to be racist as well. Right. That's what I'm saying that I support. Right. Now, in terms of the aggressive and upset thing, she said you were upset. And the reason why she said that is because you were interrupting her as she was responding to you. Right. So when you respond back with if I sounded aggressive or whatever, that makes it seem like Adorna was trying to perpetuate something on you that she wasn't. She was very clear. She said, I think you're upset because you were interrupting me. Okay. Now, you guys are both black. I don't want y'all beefing. I think you guys are aligned in your values and are aligned in your beliefs. Right. So I don't want y'all beefing. Right. But that's literally what happened. Right. She said, you're upset. You must be upset because you're interrupting me and you're not letting me finish. And then your next sentence was, I was working out. Right. So that's why my heart rate is up. So if I came off as aggressive or blah, 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 right? That wasn't my intention, which I respect you saying that, but that can make it seem like Adorna was implying that about you, which she was not. Right. So I'm trying to be as fair as possible. Maybe I'm not doing a great job on this right here.
Right. Because someone says I'm upset, what are they implying?
She said exactly what she implied, though. She said in the next sentence.
Anyone that knows me knows you don't have to guess at what I mean. I say what the fuck I mean.
Everybody can speak but me?
There's no reason for you to imply.
Who's interrupting me?
I'm gonna keep it above.
Yeah, because now I'm being hostile and aggressive.
I'm gonna keep it above with you. I don't think, like I said, I don't think you can have this conversation on this panel right now. That's what I was saying, and it's not. I know what you're trying to do. I get you.
You're on mute, Muse.
Yeah, we can hear.
Wait. We're not dropping Adorna. I don't want us to drop Orange. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair.
It's not, but I just don't think
that be like a problem.
Orange. Low-key, everybody keep talking over Orange, and y'all are all throwing stuff at her, but nobody is allowing her to speak.
Yeah,
can we just allow her to speak for a second?
Go ahead. Let's just let Orange speak. Go ahead.
Exactly, because when he came up here and he said spooks, everybody was quiet. But when a black woman speaks, now black people can't speak.
That's
a black space.
Fair.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't mind, because y'all, like Pizza said, y'all all were interrupting me. But if I interrupt you, now it's she's upset. But if they interrupt me, it's okay. We're not being fair. At some point in time, we have to sit back and realize we're not being fair. Anyways. So like I was saying, I never said the comment in itself was racist. I said that was a response to what he said to me that was racist. And you saying that because you grew up in a black household, therefore you can't be racist, that doesn't make any sense. And that right there is a problem. You invited me up here. I would have stayed myself in the comments. I would have had no problem with it. But then everybody want to make it seem like, she's doing the most, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's what Savi said. She said it's not the conversation for this place. But you're the one who invited me up here.
Hold on. I never said that you was doing the most. I just said that I don't think it's a conversation that needs to be had on the panel. That's what I'm saying.
Acting like. I never said you said that.
I feel like, I want to hear from Pizza because I feel like Pizza might give us a more objective response to what's going on here.
I just think that there's some history with this person that I'm not going to call that SOPOK. I don't get why he has that. He has done microaggression-y things in multiple lives. And what Orange is speaking about, I can vouch for. This guy is white. This whole I'm biracial shit, you're white biracial. You have a fucking slur as your profile name. And you came up here being microaggressive as fuck, as if you haven't learned your lesson. I understand the part where Adorna is saying there could be misunderstanding. That's fine and dandy. We can understand that people who have a black parent can be at 65 years old, could be confused that they are actually black because they are treated as black. That's cool and dandy. But the actual thing is, this is a white biracial man who continues to do the same thing. He is not learning his lesson. He has been in these panels multiple times. He won't even change his profile name. So, like, what are we doing here?
I agree. I don't see where I personally disagree with anything that Pizza said. And the only thing I wanted to comment on is when he said the word, we were all like, huh? What? Because he kept cutting in and out. We could not get a full sentence from my guy because he kept cutting in and out. So for us being silent, we were I was confused.
And I was not silent. I said, whoa. I said what you like. I said a bunch of stuff.
And then when he pulled up with this username, I said, I think he's taking it too far. Like, I think this is crazy. I'm cutting out too now. So, and I've said that he's racist. So I'm just speaking about myself. I don't know how anybody else on the panel feels in regards to each other, but he doesn't seem like he has anything to say. He hasn't unmuted, so
I think he needs to go deconstruct some more because look what was just caused from this.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, we're all black, we're all 100% black, or however you guys want to say it, but like, this is unnecessary, and I don't make it a habit of defending white racist people. I don't give a fuck what their misunderstanding is.
Absolutely. Yes, I will curse at people that I think are coming at me. Let's get that clear for the comment section. Absolutely will. Yeah, I said what I said because I was continuously being cut off and then implied that I was saying people were hostile and aggressive. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. My understanding about the man, people are saying I didn't curse at him though. I didn't curse at him because I understood what he was saying in regards to growing up in a black, in a biracial household, but looking white. And so then being able to sit in on conversations, which is what the book, that's the book. So I didn't curse at him because he didn't come at me. He was explaining something that actually made sense. But I cursed at someone that I felt was coming at me. That's what happened.
This is the microaggressions that I'm talking about. Why are you assuming that I'm coming at you? That's what I'm saying. Wait, I'm not done talking. So, and just like what you did right there, that's what I did. But you see how I'm giving you grace because it's not that deep? But you have no problem cussing me out for no reason. I didn't think it was that serious. I'm literally mutual on you. I'll bet you on this account. I don't think it's that deep. I don't appreciate things like that. Things like that give me anxiety. Then I start to stress and then I start to get angry. And then I start to get loud. So, I don't know what the whole energy was for. I didn't think it was necessary, especially considering the fact that I just came up here because I was invited. I was invited up here. I came up here because the host called me out by name, and that's the reason why I came up here, to show what I had. If y'all want to diminish that, whatever, I don't. That's fine. That's your business. But I do not appreciate the energy that I'm receiving when I was invited up here, because then it starts to give you have an issue with me speaking.
Wait,
what just happened was not the same thing.
Yeah, but it might have been, Adorna. It might have been because of the technical issues that we were having during that time. So again, you guys were both talking at the same time at multiple times, right? And you both had one bar. You guys both had one bar. So though it wasn't a and then a stop, because that's not what I heard. I didn't hear and then a stop. I heard more things being said on her end on her end, it couldn't have been. It could have been that. It could have been that on her end. But
Yeah,
it wasn't.
I don't agree.
I did have one bar. I can admit that. I'm not above admitting what's happening. I know that my gym has trashy Wi-Fi, so I'm not above that. That's why I left the gym so I can come and speak to you because you invited me up there. So I can admit that. But I still don't appreciate the energy and the lack of grace given to Black people.
Yeah, so from my perspective, right, I understand that people, it is, I think, a natural reaction that when people are speaking and you hear something that you don't agree with, to hop in. Then you catch yourself, or the person says, I'm still speaking, and you stop, which is what just happened just now. What happened previously was that even while I'm saying, hey, you're cutting me off, you're responding to me cutting me off while cutting me off, like saying it. It was not the same thing, and you kept doing it till I had to literally say to you, hey, stop. You seem upset because you keep cutting me off. Why? And you're responding to that. So it's not that you didn't hear me, you heard me. Right? So I didn't even get upset after that. Then what I got upset about was you're then going, well, when people are saying I'm being hostile and aggressive, number one, I was nice. Number two, that's not what I said. Right? So we can move on from it. Not that big a deal. But I was very specific about what I got upset about. Right? Not that big a deal. We can move on from it. However, I didn't get upset for no reason.
That's what I want, Missy. I want us to apologize and move on. That's what I want. I'm going to clarify. Orange didn't say people were saying that I was aggressive. Orange said, if I'm coming off as aggressive, which I can see that alluding to, because you're the only one that made a comment. I can see that alluding to that, right? But she didn't say if people were calling me. She said, if I came off as. We have the playback. I don't want to have to do all that, though. I want us to be able to understand that we literally had 10 minutes of not 5 minutes of technical difficulties from when the person got on the panel, from Orange and Adorna's interaction. There was a lot of technical difficulties, and things could have gotten misunderstood. Okay? I think on both ends, it could have been handled better. On both ends. That's as fair as I can be with this. Can we move on? Can we come to peace?
I mean, I never had an
Absolutely.
issue. I'm not the one who was cussing at people. I'm not the one who was doing all that. Like I said, I came up here to talk about him, the white man. I come up here to talk about racism. I don't come up here to beef with Black people. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna scream and cuss at Black people. No, I give Black people grace. There's no reason why we're sitting up here talking about Black unity, this, that, and the third, and we're getting upset with Black people when they speak about their experiences with racism with white people. Especially considering the fact that I literally just came from the gym. You knew I had one bar. I was literally walking outside the gym while I was speaking to you. Yeah. And then you guys are saying to me, oh, you can't hear me. I'm cutting out, this, that, and the third. If you tell me I'm cutting out, you can't hear me, what am I going to do? I'm going to continue to talk because I'm thinking you're speaking to me. Like, huh? Like, yes, I can hear what's going on, but I don't know if my stuff is lagging. It could come at a different time. And like, I don't know why we pretend like technology is perfect as if you did not see that I had one bar. That's what I don't appreciate. I mean, guys can pretend like it is pretend like it is what it isn't. But the fact that you gave me no grace and you were 0 to 100 real quick and then said that I was coming at you, saying that I was upset, assuming these different types of things about me when I just came up here to talk about my experience with racism is ridiculous.
And back to 100. I'm not sure why it is that we think that cursing is the only way to be disrespectful. You did hear me. You did hear me because you were responding about what I was talking about. So the only way you could be responding about what I was talking about is if you heard me. I literally just said, let's move on. If you don't want to move on, I'm happy to hash it out. I'm happy to do that. But I had literally said, let's move on. And then she's going on with, oh, people being disrespectful. We can do this if you like.
I feel like
do what? I'm not with you. I feel what I'm saying. We're the only one getting upset.
I feel like we
You're the only one talking.
I feel like we all, me included, maybe even said I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I feel like we all can take accountability, and I think that we all can move forward.
I did take accountability. Did I not say that I had bars and I can understand that?
I said all. It's not directed specifically.
I'm the only one who took accountability.
I didn't take accountability.
Not
How is that
talking
impossible when
about
I
you,
literally
huh?
said we when I
Wait, one
literally
second.
said
Oh, wait,
we
I'm
can move
speaking.
on?
1
I
second. I'm
literally
speaking.
said that.
I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? You're interrupting me.
You ain't see disrespectful yet.
All right, I'm gonna just say,
Like all that stuff is not necessary. It's just me.
What you're doing is not and what you're doing
guys,
is not
I'm
guys,
talking to
necessary.
the
guys.
host. The host asked me a question.
I'm gonna just have y'all hash this out offline. I'm gonna have
Right. So I'm not hashing out nothing. I didn't do
There's
nothing.
there's no
I didn't
hashing
do
out
it.
offline. There's no hashing
So
out
That's
offline.
fine. That's
yeah,
fine
because
as
it's
well.
not that serious, Adorna. Like you're doing the most. Anyway,
And you're continuing on. I said we can move
I'm
on,
talking to
and
the
then you're
host.
continuing on about it.
You
You just called my
interrupted
name.
me.
You just called my name. I literally said we could move on. I literally said
Ma'am.
that, and after that, you were still continuing with it.
You interrupted me just now.
Cry about it.
I am.
Good.
You were the one making me cry.
Good.
Anyway,
Yes.
so
Cool beans, ladies. We
let me say
have
something
been
real quick.
in
Hold on,
this
Mello.
Whole time I'm getting
Hold on,
conflict
interrupted.
for the
Mello.
But when
last
Let's not, let's not
if I have
let's
15
not
bars
add
and I
the,
interrupt
let's not
somebody,
add the
then
man.
it's
I
Let's not
don't
add
mean it, yo,
the voice of the man.
Peace. I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that.
I get
I'm
dropped.
just addressing them because
Can I speak to the host real
again,
quick?
Muse is
Everybody take a
visibly
step back,
upset.
bro.
This is Muse's
I'm
live.
trying to explain
This is
something to the
Muse's
host
live.
real quick.
Muse
The
don't
host
want
asked me a
the
question.
back and forth up here
The host asked me a
any
question.
longer.
Hello.
Like, can we just?
All right, I'm just gonna mute everybody. Okay,
Were you not speaking to me? Did you ask me a question?
go ahead.
Exactly. Like this is what I'm talking about. But if I interrupt and I have bars, it's a problem. But people have been interrupting me this whole entire time. Like y'all are ridiculous. This is stupid.
Okay, you said.
But if a white person here, oh, we're gonna hold their hand and get through it. But anyways, like I said, you didn't do nothing, host.
Right.
I never said you did. I was talking about Adorna. The only person who was saying that I was coming at her, saying that I was what's the word, upset and this, that, and the third was Adorna. So no, I never said anything about you.
I don't want this to continue, but
That's fine.
I feel
I
like
can go.
that's fine, and there's nothing about this interaction where I feel like you're not welcome to ever come back. Like that's not the vibes at all. Feel free to come back if you'd like. Don't drop yet because I'm just gonna say something. Like you're saying that you're not making any comments towards me, and I get that that's your perception, but your comments in the comments, and then since you've been up here, has been a critique of the live. And I'm running the live, right? So that does feel like you are talking about me, and it does feel like you're saying that I'm doing something wrong, even though that's not what you maybe intend. I'm just telling you how I feel about it, and I respect your opinion. Everyone is warranted their opinion. I think we're talking about grace. Again, I've tried to instill points within this interaction where grace should be given, right? We had technical issues between you and Adorn during this conversation. We also had technical issues with the guy when he was up here as well. And again, I don't think that grace is being had around that. Again, I want to just chalk this up to technical difficulties. I could also chalk this up to me not addressing his racism quick enough. If I would have done that, none of this would have happened. So if there's an enemy, let's just put it on that, and let's put this in the grave, please.
Yeah, I also want to say, peace. I really do appreciate you for the advocacy. Because if you didn't, I don't think this would have gone the way that it is went now.
Alrighty.
I just want to say real quickly, we can put it, y'all hash it out how y'all need to hash it out, just not here on Music's Live. Let's end it there. But what I am paying attention to is we didn't catch all the microaggressions from this man. Did we think he was actually like black biracial? Because this is what I'm confused about. Why were we so graceful towards him? Was there a confusion about him being black? He was giving
he was black. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know he was black. I'm sorry.
Let Pizza finish.
From the moment he came up, he was loud as fuck with the microaggressions. Microaggressions are racism. Like, I just was confused about that part. Was there a miscommunication that we just didn't catch it? Because that's the part I'm really confused about out of all this.
So usually
I missed his race. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, Enoch. You were trying to talk.
I didn't. I absolutely did not hear his race at all. And as the conversation was going, and it was like for me, it was a lot of in and out. So his whole everything that he was saying was all interrupted with silence. Like it was different. It's long pauses. And so I didn't catch his race. I didn't catch his age. And I didn't even catch if he answered the or responded to the actual prompt. So that's for me. That's what I
that
heard.
wasn't his introduction. That wasn't his introduction. He already had done his introduction. I believe that he said he was white in his introduction. And then
I didn't catch it.
And in his spiel, he said he was white presenting. So I did know he was white. He did say microaggressions, but I was letting him finish his whole sentiment so that we could respond, right? But it kept cutting out. And then I saw the comment. So that's why I was like, okay, let's bring Orange up to advocate. Because Orange said he's racist. He's been racist to me in the past. So I was like, okay, let's have Orange like address this. And that's what I've done historically. So I thought it was going to get addressed, right? Then he dropped the moment Orange came up. So then we didn't even get a chance to address it because then Orange and Adorna were having their discourse. So I think that from my recollection, and I could be missing something. So I don't know if Pizza, you want to clarify anything?
Okay, for sure. I just was unclear about that, but you cleared it up for me. But yeah, he's still in the comments being antagonistic.
Yeah, block him.
Black women are having a conversation and you should shut the fuck up. He's been saying shit the whole time throughout the argument. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to mute you. This isn't my live. But bro, like, I swear, bro, he is doing the thing. And I don't think we're
just focusing,
irritated enough with him. Like, we're arguing back and forth with each other. Like, this is silly to me. I'm not going to lie. And no disrespect to the live. I just think that, like, what the fuck? Why is this man still even yapping in the fucking chat?
And he was
but block him. Like, I'm in full support of that. I'm in full support of blocking him.
I would like to also add that while Adorna was cussing me out, he was antagonizing me in the comments, talking about get her and stuff like that.
I'm not exactly sure.
I too didn't hear every part. The part that I did hear is when he came. I thought he said that he was biracial. That's what, like, he was cutting in and out a lot. I thought he said he was like, oh, I'm lucky that I kind of can blend in and hear what these white people truly say around it. That's the parts, like, he was cutting. That's what I was hearing. I did miss that stuff out. The character he keep referring to himself as like the dude from that book. I'm not going to repeat the name, but that book was a light-skinned dude who struggled with identity issues, and that's what he keeps trying to say who he is. I don't know, like, I don't know nothing about that guy. I do think he's white tea for sure at this point. Like, there's no doubt about it. But definitely, we shouldn't have been having that back and forth over him and letting him start all of this nonsense. We definitely didn't hear what he was saying. It was choppy as hell from the chat, like, the whole time. But I think we agree more than we disagree on more things, and I think we definitely can just move forward. I'm sorry for interrupt. You know, I didn't mean no aggressions when I came up with the ladies. I just saw Muse. You was like visibly upset, and I was like, all right, we can't continue to just, you know, keep that going on, because we're gonna tank the live and everything else. So yeah.
I think where the misunderstanding happened in regards to what he was saying, because he said he was biracial but looked white from the very beginning. He said that from the very beginning, and the whole point of what he was saying was that I think people started going, whoa, when he said the word blessing. He said, I am the blessing that allowed me to be in the room and hear what white people were saying. And because people were saying, well, people didn't hear what was being said, but he was very specifically saying he looks white. And so he's able to see all of the stuff that goes on with white people. That's what was being said. I'm still like, I'm missing what was wrong with what he said.
No. What he said was definitely wrong, because he wasn't saying that him being able to view was a blessing. It sounded like he said being a product of an interracial marriage, interracial relations was a blessing. And that's why I said, what the freak? I was like, no, that sounds crazy as hell. Like, that's what I thought. And then,
he's talking about his Willie. If Willie is a light-skinned man, that means he is black.
Yes, that's the point. I was like,
and he's calling himself light-skinned. Like, I am confused what you guys are confused about here.
Yeah,
like,
and also, Savvy did interrupt him twice, and I told Savvy, wait, let him finish. We're having technical difficulties. I think what we're hearing sounds more crazier than maybe what it is, which I'll take accountability for that. So people on the panel were trying to engage with him when he was saying those things, and I was kind of holding them off as well. I want to acknowledge that. Missy also said in the comments, which I wanted to kind of levitate here, Sorry, it's so far up, I think now. Low-key, we didn't need proof. He was already showing his tail. That's true. I didn't actually bring Orange up to show a screenshot. I didn't even know what SS meant. I brought Orange up so she can advocate and like let us know what happened so that we can hold this person accountable. Again, I do this all the time on my lives. I don't know if this is Orange's first time coming to my live, but whenever someone says I had a problem with somebody in the chat, I elevate them up so they can talk about it, hash it out, and we can hold people accountable. So again, I'm willing to take the accountability for everything that transpired right here because he was saying harmful stuff and I should have let it just be interrupted and addressed in that moment. I was trying to let him finish, trying to get Orange Blossom to also chime in as well. When we see blatant racism like that, it should just be addressed immediately. So again, I hope we can move forward and I will just take that accountability to be fair. Okay? Can we go back to the topic? Do we need to not do this live?